So number 45, we have 21x squared plus 5x minus 12. All right, so this one, the a value is greater than 1. So we're going to have to factor by grouping. So we're going to multiply 2 and 12. So what times what equals negative 24, and what plus what equals 5. Well, if I look at 24, my factors, I got 1, 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. So I can't make 5 with this one, or this one, but I can with this one if the 3 is negative. So negative 3 plus 8 is 5, and negative 3 times 8 is negative 24. So when we factor by grouping, all right, we're going to rewrite this equation as 2x squared, plus 8x minus 3x minus 12. So notice how I put these values back into the equation, because if I subtracted them, I would get 5. So now I'm going to group this side and I'm going to group that side. So I look at 2x squared and 8x and I say to myself, what are the common factors? Well, the common factor is 2x, so I pull out a 2x and I'm left with x plus 4. And then 3 and 12, what's my common factor there? I'm going to pull out a negative 3. And then I'm left with x plus 4, because this divided by 3 is that, negative 12 divided by negative 3 is 4. Notice that these two match. If those two match, you know you did it correctly. So then I'm going to have 2x minus 3, because I put these guys together, times x plus 4. So the key word is that we want you to factor it, we don't want you to solve it. So this right here is what it looks like when we ask you to factor, okay? If we want you to solve it, then you're going to set it equal to 0. So really be careful on what it says. Let's see. Let's do 52 then. 52, we're going to use the quadratic formula to solve. But before we do 52, just here's a note. Factor, your answer will look like this. If we ask you to solve, your answer is going to be like this. So x plus 2 equals 0. Alright, so this would be your answer for solving. This would be your answer for factoring. So maybe take note of the difference, because you're going to be asked that. Okay, a couple more. 52, use the quadratic formula to solve. So we got 2x squared plus 4x plus 3 equals 0. Okay, so we're going to use the quadratic formula, so sing along. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Make sure you acknowledge what your a, b, and c are. So let's plug it in. So x equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root. Okay, 4 squared minus 4 times 2 times 3, all divided by 2 times 2. Then we're going to do negative 4 plus or minus the square root. So this is 16 minus 4 times 2 is 8 times 3 is 24 over 4. All right, let's move on over here. And then I'm going to do 16 minus 24 is going to get me negative 8. So I have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 8 over 4. I'm going to take out, okay, my lovely darlings, radicals. So if I have the square root of 8, that means it's 2 times 2 times 2, right? So I take a friend, it leaves, and it gets married. So the square root of 8 is simplified to 2 root 2. But since there's a negative here, it's 2I root 2. So negative 4 plus or minus 2I root 2 over 4. Since these all are divisible by 2, I can cancel it out. So then I'm going to have negative 2 plus or minus I root 2 over 2. So when you're dividing by 2, we're doing the outside. Okay, don't try to divide that one. So your answer is negative 2 plus or minus I root 2 divided by 2. Alrighty. Okay guys, if you have any other questions, please see me at school.